Hey, good evening, everyone. Welcome to this awareness session on Earth Hour 2021. A very warm welcome to all of you present here, and thank you for taking out the time to attend this webinar. So, let me tell you, you guys are already part of the change. So, congratulations. I am Shreya Rastogi, and some of you might already know me as an ex BVPIEEE member, or as your college senior, or as your fellow friend. But I am here today as a WWF volunteer. So, what is WWF? I'm sure you guys must have heard of it. It's an international NGO and it works in the fields of wilderness protection and reducing the impact of humans on the environment. Okay, so let me start off this session by asking you a simple question. What do you guys know about Earth Hour? So it could be anything. You can share your experience. You might have participated, you might have volunteered, or you might have a slight idea as to what it is, or you might never have heard of it, whatever. But please share whatever you know in the live chat. And I would like to know what you guys know. So anything, you can also say that you don't know anything about it. Okay. I still don't see any answers coming up. Okay, no worries. So, as we proceed with the webinar, I will let you know about what Earth Hour is, what it stands for, and what your role is in all of this. So, let me start with the presentation now. Just a second. Uh, Wait, I think. Okay, so before we start, to demonstrate the journey that WWF India has taken in different areas of work, what it has grown into, and its diversity, we present to you a quick short video. Okay, so I'm sure you guys liked the video, and well, some of you might be wondering as to why the logo panda. So there's a very interesting piece of information about that thing. So the inspiration for our logo came from Chi Chi. Chi Chi is a giant panda that arrived at London Zoo in 1961. 1961 is the same year that WWF was created. So the WWF's founders were aware of the need for a recognizable symbol, that would overcome all the language barriers. And this big furry bear with her distinctive black and white coat would make a great logo. And it would also save money on the printing costs. So a very wise decision there. All right. So are we all still trying to figure out what Earth Hour is? So let me answer your question. Earth Hour is organized by WWF, and it is a global grassroots movement uniting people to take action on environmental issues and protect the planet. It engages a massive mainstream community, and Earth Hour was famously started off as a lights out event in Sydney, Australia in 2007. Since then, it has grown to engage millions of supporters in more than 172 countries and territories, inspiring individuals and organizations worldwide to take action for the environment, and therefore driving major legislative changes by harnessing the power of the crowd. Well, that's you guys. So every year on the last Saturday of March between 8:30 p.m. and 9:30 p.m., people switch off unnecessary lights in their houses, offices, and they show support for this movement. So next, we have the Living Planet Report 2020. Now, I'm not sure how many of you are aware of it, but it is a comprehensive overview of the state of our natural world, and it shows it through an index called LPI, the Living Planet Index, which tracks trends in global wildlife abundance with contributions from more than 125 experts from around the world. So, without wasting further time, please join us in a quick journey to share what LPR is all about.
People can do amazing things. We can use sunbeams to help us travel. We can catch the wind and have it cook our food. Humans could be the smartest creatures that have ever lived on the planet. But because we're human, we can also do stupid things sometimes. When it comes to our relationship with our planet, which provides us with our food, air, and water, we have to admit humans, on the whole, haven't done a great job. To be blunt, we're destroying the natural world that supports us. We know this because we've collected evidence all around the world for years, working with wildlife scientists and researchers using all kinds of monitoring methods. And we've written it all down in here, our Living Planet Report. You could think of it as a health check for the planet and a prescription for how to help it recover. We write these reports every couple of years, and the results get more terrifying every time. Here's the shocking new headline from the 2020 report. Since 1970, in just 5 decades, our planet's wildlife populations have plummeted by around 68% in size, which means there's far fewer of many amphibians, reptiles, fish, birds, and mammals. And 68% is just an average. If you look at freshwater creatures, their population sizes have gone down by around 84%. Not surprising, since up to 90% of the world's wetlands have been lost in the past 3 centuries. And when we say lost, what we really mean, more often than not, is destroyed. And if we're honest, people have been central to that destruction. Not intentionally, in most cases, but just by us not thinking about the consequences of our everyday actions. The things we eat, the things we buy, the choices we make. And by big companies who put profit before the planet, exploiting our natural world to get rich quick. And by governments who don't pass strong enough laws to stop it happening. Too many people have been carrying on like nothing is wrong, ignoring the alarm signals the planet has been sending us for years. Ice sheets melting, forests burning, seas rising, extreme weather. Our Living Planet report makes it clear that disaster is not inevitable. We can turn things around. But we need to shout louder about how serious things are. The good news is we can all play a part in helping to fix it. The first thing we need to think about is food and the way it's produced, as this is one of the biggest causes of habitat loss and destruction. We can make a lot more space for nature just by changing how land is used and what we choose to eat. Switching to a planet-friendly, more plant-based diet is the biggest single step forward we can all take. Growing plant crops uses far less land and ends up with far fewer greenhouse gases than producing meat, so we get delicious food and free up space for nature. The climate change emergency affects wildlife as well as people. We can all help cut down greenhouse gas emissions by switching to 100% renewable energy sources, like wind, solar, and wave power, for our homes, workplaces, and transport. And we need to focus on what are called nature-based solutions, where we work with nature rather than against it. A great example of this is planting trees in urban environments to help improve air quality, capture carbon, and support our personal well-being. You can also help us to put pressure on politicians to pass better, stronger nature laws to make sure essential changes happen fast enough and will stick. As the world rebuilds from coronavirus, we need to invest in nature. Economic recovery without protecting the planet isn't a recovery at all. As our Living Planet report points out, the world needs to change direction, fast. We've got to bend that downward curve back up. We can reset our relationship with the natural world by putting nature at the heart of all our decisions. Working together, it's absolutely fixable. It's going to take all our ingenuity and energy, but if we pull it off, it will be the greatest human achievement ever.
Okay. So the video was initially a bit grave and discouraging, and it is rightly so because it shows how the wildlife and freshwater population has decreased drastically in a short duration of 3 decades. But as they say towards the end, not all hope is lost, and if we all do our bit, we can still save the planet for destruction. Because after all, this is the only home we've got. So, Earth Hour came from a think tank initiated by the Earth Hour co founder Andy Ridley, and it resulted in the formation of a partnership between WWF Australia, Leo Burnett, and Fairfax Media to basically address the climate change issue. So, let us all have a quick look to see what is there in store in 2021. We present to you Earth Hour 2021 launch video.
Hi, I'm Felicity.
I'm Neil.
I'm Ashley.
I'm Weeby.
I'm Dimple.
And I'm speaking up for biodiversity.
For our forests,
Rivers and ocean.
For healthy soil.
On clean air.
Walking through the shadows, out here in the night. Just need some hope for tomorrow. We will be fine. In the middle of the valley, when you're looking for light, I'm right behind you, I'm with you, time after time. I got you through and through. Cover me, I'll cover you. I'm staying by your side.
We can't physically be together shoulder to shoulder, but we are together screen to screen.
When we all unite, we can overcome the most difficult of challenges.
We are in this together.
Estamos en esto juntos.
Và cùng nhau, chúng ta có thể làm được.
This is the time to speak up for nature and show we care.
守护地球，一起更美更好。
Earth Hour has been a moment for millions of people to come together.
Taiwan and Auckland in New Zealand or Sydney in Australia.
首次开启线上互动仪式。
Join me and millions around the world.
与全世界一起关灯，支持 Earth Hour.
Earth Hour.
Earth Hour.
I'm switching off for Earth Hour because I think our planet is worth fighting for.
Change starts with us.
And it doesn't matter how small the thing you're doing.
If we can all make small steps in our daily lives, it all adds up to make a big difference.
The COVID-19 pandemic has taught us new ways to work together and support one another.
As we emerge from this challenging health, social and economic crisis, it is important that we continue to work together to face the planet's climate and nature crisis.
Together in this, together we're strong and never alone.
Let us all put our hearts
the health of nature,
and we must act now.
Common solution
working
for
together,
strongly support
nuestro planeta.
humanity's impact.
Now
on
is the time to act.
Join us on the 27th of March at 8:30 p.m. for Earth Hour and Speak Up for Nature.
Connect to Earth. It is our only home and we are all in this together.
Happy Earth Hour.
Happy Earth Hour.
Wow, that was one inspiring video. So many people from all over the planet coming together and uniting for this cause. I don't know about you guys, but I'm feeling deeply motivated after watching it. So, Eartha started in India in 2009. In the very first year, it garnered the support of people across 58 cities in the country. Over the years, the campaign has seen massive participation from all the societies. This includes individuals, people or students from schools, colleges, then communities, celebrities, chief ministers, and several government officials. The campaign also sees landmark monuments participation across the country like Rashtrapati Bhavan, India Gate, Gateway of India, the Charminar, etc. All of them switch off their lights for an hour to commemorate this hour. Then, as you can see, the snapshots of various ambassadors, after parties, and the monuments. So, Earth Hour 2020. Well, last year, due to the pandemic, the Earth Hour went digital. A series of animated characters called Give Up Warriors were created and who encouraged people to follow their lead and adopt eco-friendly practices. The campaign successfully reached over 540 million people across the country. And more than 27 business leaders, influencers, and celebrities pledged their voice for the planet. So, we come to this year, Earth Hour 2021, and your role in it. So, in terms of citizen engagement, the first thing that you can do is pledge your support and tell us how you are speaking up for nature on the Earth Hour website. Then you can encourage your friends, family, employees, colleagues, whoever you may know to participate in Earth Hour 2021. And the major event that's going to happen this year is the virtual spotlight. So amidst the current global circumstances, we invite you to raise awareness and create the same unmissable sight online so that the world sees our planet, the issues we face, and our place within it in a new light. Now, you might ask me how. So it's very simple. On the night of Earth Hour, that is March 27th, we will be posting a must-watch video on all our social media pages. And all you have to do is share it with everyone you know, your family, friends, neighbors, teachers, students, colleagues, everyone. So at exactly 8:30 p.m. in every country across the planet will start trending and it will be a really beautiful sight to watch. So on 27 March, 8:30 p.m., get together with your family, spend some quality time together, record your lights off moment, create a footage. You can do so much and show your solidarity and support for the movement. So finally, it's time for the exciting bit, or you can say more exciting bit. We are here for the Play for the Planet quiz. So the link the quiz is going to take place on Mentimeter. It's a site for live quizzes, and the link will be shared with you in the live chat. And before we start, let me tell you the quiz contains 4 questions, and it's like fastest finger first. So the faster you answer a question, the more points you're going to get. And of course, the person who gets the first position gets an e-certificate. So all the best, and let's start with the quiz. So I'm going to be sharing the quiz screen now. Okay, so I think my screen is visible, and please, all of you, join in for the quiz. And if you can share it with other people, it's just a simple quiz, 4 questions. Share it with your friends and all, and it'll take place right now. Won't take more than 4-5 minutes. So please show your participation, and it's going to be really exciting. So I'm going to be waiting for other people to join. I think the link is available in the chat. Yeah. So we will be waiting for a little bit more so that more people can join in. Also, after the quiz, if you guys have some questions related to the session, you can post it in the chat and I will be very happy to answer. So we can have like a Q&A round. So please don't hesitate. If you have any thoughts or any questions or anything related to the session, please put in and write. And you can also leave a feedback for the session. Right. So we are going to begin with the quiz now. All right, so we are done with the quiz, and I think you can see the leaderboard on your screens. And Mayank has won the quiz, so congratulations, Mayank. And please be sure to share your email ID with one of the IEEE members, and please contact us and forward us your email ID. Okay. So, with that, we come to the end of this session, and I hope all of you guys found it interesting and got some information regarding Earth Hour from it, and found it interesting, as well as you were inspired to do your bit and your share in this campaign and this movement. So, if you guys have any thoughts that you would like me to talk about, wait, let me just check. Okay. So I think we can end the session now. So thank you all for joining, and bye bye and have a good time.